Well, hey there folks, Tip here from The Stupid Gardener. Just following up on our last video, which was on biochar. And just want to give you a little view of the garden here, and I want to pull out exactly what this biochar ends up looking like in your raised garden bed. And all through my garden, anywhere you look, you're going to have these little pieces of biochar. And that's what the moisture and all the microorganisms are going to get into there, and those little cells there. And so this is all through my garden. Every time that I look at my garden, I see biochar. And I also have it up in my flower bed. I use it in potted plants. I put it around my roses out front, azaleas and different things like that. So it's a great additive to your soil. And also, if you went to buy this online, believe it or not, it's anywhere from $7 to $12 a pound. And for that big huge bag that I bought, it was like 10 bucks. And I only used about this much of it to make my bucket of biochar. So you can save a lot of money, and you can add a lot to your soil. So I'm gonna go over to my compost pile and we'll dump some biochar on there, and we'll talk a little more. So hang on. Okay, so here we are. We're back in front of my compost pile here, and I got the top of it off. Got a real nice aroma coming off this compost today. I checked the temperature this morning, and it was up about 125 degrees. So it's working very well. It's full of a whole lot of greens. And when I dump this biochar in there, it's going to work with this grass clippings and everything else that I have in there, and it's really going to end up charging up this compost pile. So I got my bucket of biochar here, but before I do that, I got some urine I've been collecting. I'm going to put this on here. I'll ask my wife to turn her head when I do this, but I'm not allowed to pee directly into the compost, but I do collect it when I'm out here. So even though this is full of nitrogen with greens, it's good to add this urine to it, because that's even more nitrogen and will work on breaking things down. Now, if you're urinating on your compost, if you're on a lot of medication, you probably don't want to be putting your urine into the compost, as that may affect the compost. So if you're one of those people who's on all kinds of medication, you may want to hold off from that. So anyways, here is the old biochar. This has been sitting probably about 48 hours or so, and it has really soaked up the water. And I dumped that compost tea in here just to get it activated and get it going, and it really sucked it up. And I even had to put more in there because it was just being sucked up by all the cells and things that are right inside this biochar. And as I screen this off, these bigger pieces won't make it through, the screen, and I'll just throw them right back in there, or I'll put them in another bucket and crush them up again. But there is a whole bunch of small stuff here that will be getting through when I do screen off this compost. Hopefully in the summertime, and we'll take a look at it. So let me go ahead and dump this on there. Well, that really is good stuff, and that's really going to do a lot for our compost here. And I will be turning this over the next week or so. So all this that's on top is going to be spreading around, and I'll be making some more biochar. I'll probably do it maybe once a month and just get this thing really charged up. So just wanted to share this video with you real quick. It is going to be like in the, good Lord, it's going to be like in the mid-80s down to here, and it's the 1st of May. So this is really going to help our garden there, because those all the plants we have in there are just going to be just soaking up all that sun. As my beautiful southern wife says, it's going to be hotter than a lit match out here today. Just a little saying that my wife likes to say. So I'll sign off from here, but if you like the video, please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please do. You got any comments, put them down below, especially if you have comments about this biochar. I'd love to hear what other people do and little shortcuts that you can take. So from here, I'll sign off. Again, this is Tip from The Stupid Gardener. Everyone take care. God bless.